The Leaders Coach podcast is about connecting leaders to an identity that will help transform their leadership by engaging in conversations that lead to opportunities for growth, authenticity, and vulnerability. As we're unlocked, we simultaneously empower others to live and lead unique and authentic lives. Let's go deeper. Welcome to the Leaders Coach podcast with Dr. Shanita Brown. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Leaders Coach podcast with Dr. Shanita Brown. I hope you guys are doing fantastic. I hope you have an amazing day. I hope you guys are seeing the manifestations of the fruits of your labor. Yes, you all, first of all, I want to say thank you. One of the things you guys know from me, those who've been listening to the podcast, has been that I'm so grateful. And you guys have made this first season so amazing. It's your constant coming back and listening to the episode, sharing the information. And so for that, I am eternally grateful to each and every person that listens to this podcast. You don't have to do it, but you do. And I'm so excited about that. And this show today's show that you guys are about to listen to, this will be our last episode for this season with guests. We have 2 more episodes and we're wrapping this thing up. 2 more episodes, but this is our last episode of this season with guests. And I am so honored. I couldn't be more blessed, more excited to have these incredible young people on the Leaders Coach podcast. These incredible young people that you guys are going to hear from today are my students. I teach leadership and these are my students. And I'm so excited that they are a part of the Leaders Coach podcast. And they're going to bring some great things. If I'm honest with people that know me, you know that I'm honest, I'm direct. And when as we were doing this interview, as I was hosting them, they just blew my mind. I was like, wow, just as you think that they, your students or your kids or just people in your life that they could impress you, they just do exceedingly abundantly more than that, greater than that. And these young people, I see them every day, pretty much, except for weekends. I see them every day and just see what they do and how they impact their peers and how they influence their teams that they lead and how they lead themselves is just incredible. And I'm not just saying that because they're my students. I'm not just buttering them up, but I love the way that I love the leaders that they are becoming. I love the leaders that they are deciding. That's the factor, right? That they are deciding to become and deciding to be. So I know you all will enjoy this episode with my fantastic students as we get into some things about teens leading teens. Wow. Teens leading teens. And I know we say a lot about this generation. And I'm guilty. Some of the stuff is not always good, but there are some good students. There are some good stock in this generation. And those who are teaching this generation, who are leading this generation, continue to do what you do. And the young people like these people that are on my show today, they keep me motivated. They keep me going. They keep me believing and they keep me hoping. They keep me saying to myself, what you are doing is working. It is landing. You're touching the hearts of these young people. You're influencing them. The seeds that you're planting, it is growing. So to anybody that's listening to this podcast, I know what they say about some of these students in this generation, some of these teenagers, but let me tell you, keep planting the seed. Keep motivating. And as I often say when I do my parent conferences, I often say this: every time you encourage a young person, you empower the future. And I believe that with all of my heart. So you guys enjoy this conversation. Comment by going to our website. That's the Leader Coach Podcast, the leaderscoachpodcast.com. Also comment on this episode. You guys are listening on Spotify. Comment on this episode. Go ahead and comment and tell it and encourage these young people. Let them know that they're doing a great job. We're also on Apple Podcasts. Woo! The Leaders Coach Podcast. podcast, The Leaders Coach. Go ahead and find us on Apple Podcasts. You guys can email us at leaderscoach@ShanitaBrown.com. leaderscoach@ShanitaBrown.com. Email us. Let us know what you think of this episode. And also on our website, you guys share your thoughts. We want to hear your thoughts. Your question, if you have a question about leadership, if it's something that you want to know more about as it relates to leadership or dive deeper in, please go ahead and submit your question. Submit your question because we want to hear from you. You guys can always also follow us on Instagram at The Leaders Coach Pod, and also comment on this episode. Go ahead and encourage our young people. You guys enjoy this conversation. We have teens on the Leaders Coach podcast today, and I'm so excited. Not only are there just teens, but they are also my students, and they are here to talk to you guys about the incredible way that they lead. I chose these students not because they're my favorite, right? But I chose these students because they are actually leading their organizations and are leading themselves. And so you guys make sure y'all check out the podcast by going to the Leaders Coach podcast.com. Also, you guys can email us at leaderscoach@ShanitaBrown.com. You guys are in for a treat. You guys are in for great things. Amazing young people. I know they say things about this generation, but I tell you, there are some gems in this generation. So we're just excited to have each of them on the show. But y'all know how we do it already. Y'all already know how we do it. I don't even have to tell you. We're going to go ahead and start off real quick with this question of the day. I want to do something different with my students. And so I popped up a question. Y'all know how I do. I pull up a question and I'm gonna ask them this question, and then we'll get into the show because I want you guys to hear how brilliant they are doing and the great things that they are doing in their leadership, and not only with leading themselves but leading other people. So y'all ready for this? And then they're gonna introduce themselves, and then we're gonna go from there. And so here we go. So the question of the day is this. It is, which emoji best describes your mood right now?
The emoji for me would be probably like the sweating one, because like how nervous I probably am for this right now. That would be my emoji.
I like that. Okay, what about you, Miles?
If I had to pick an emoji, it would probably be right now the big old smiley emoji, just because I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling excited to be here. So yeah, thank you very much.
I appreciate that, Miles. All right, and then we're gonna go this way, and we have Dee right here. So tell us what emoji best describes your mood right now.
Has the two hands up in the face like that.
Okay.
I'm really happy to be here.
Good. Well, thank you for being here. And what about you, Ortega?
If I were to pick emoji, I would pick my most favorite emoji, which is the fish emoji. Because it is blue, and my favorite color is blue.
Oh, so. Man, and y'all, she's wearing blue today. That's what's up. Is that blue or is it? Oh, it's green.
Yeah, it's like teal.
Yeah.
It's like teal.
Yeah, like teal. We'll take it. All right, so with that being said, I want them to introduce themselves, and I want them to tell us where do they lead and how do they lead. So you guys will tell us, hey, your name, give us your name, and also let us know what do you lead? What is your organization? And so Adelaida, since you already got the MIC, go ahead and tell us about you and what it is that you lead and what it is that you do here at the school at IO Texas.
All right, so my name is Adelaida Ortega, and I am currently the OIC of our marksmanship program in JRTC. So an OIC basically stands for Officer in Charge, and I'm basically the team captain of our shooting team. So yeah.
Ooh, y'all better watch out for it. That's good. And they're actually doing great things. They actually just won some awards this year.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
All right. So we have recently competed in Alabama for service championships. Though we did not place, we actually got 30th place out of around 100 kids. So yeah, we're skyrocketing the charts, and we'll get better next year.
Yeah, that's good. They're doing an awesome job. Earlier this year, I went to do the marksman shooting. Like I was shooting, and I don't know where I was shooting at the target, but I was shooting somewhere. So I may have to go have Adelaida to give me some skills to shoot some things. Well,
yes, ma'am.
Shoot at targets, right? There we go. All right, so let's go ahead. Next, we got Dee. And I have such gentlemen here. They're allowing the ladies to go first. So these are such great young men. All right, Dee, so tell us about you.
Okay, hi, everyone. My name is Dee Young, and I'm a part of Lead Her and also in JRTC. Yeah,
Okay, good. Indeed, she's here. I'm telling you guys, she leads herself well from when I first met her as a student to now. She's so giving. Her confidence level has grown, and that's what we teach. Well, this is how I teach leadership: is just learning how to lead yourselves in the way you think, feel, and choose. And indeed, she has been such a great leader of herself and a great leader of her peers, and just her generosity and her kindness has helped those who are around her. And so we're thankful that she's here today. All right, so now we have the fellas. Whoop whoop. All right, we got this young man right here on my left side. Go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us who you are.
All right, so my name is Jesus Castro. I'm actually new to the school. This is my first year here, and what I'm leading, or what I think I'm leading, is music, the future of music, and that's a really big thing to me, because music is what gets me going from like the morning till the end of the day. So that's my part in leading.
Yeah, that's good. And let me tell y'all about Jesus. He came to me a few months ago. He said, "Hey, Dr. Brown," because usually I play music in the classroom, and he asked me, "Hey, we just dropped a single. Do you mind playing it?" And I played it in every class. I played it so much to where my DJ Spotify says, "Oh, we're going to play a song you've been listening to the past few weeks." And so his song popped up on there. I was like, "Oh, there's Jesus right there." So incredible young brother, doing great things, just his way and just leading music. And that's just so important, just even in the industry that we're in today, in the music. And he has really good music, and I was like, okay, it's something I can vibe to. And so he'll tell us a little bit more about that a little later in the show. And we have, last but not least,
Thank you very much. I'm still trying to figure out how to operate this microphone, so we'll see. But hi, I'm Miles Girouard. I'm currently the battalion commander of our school's MCJC program, which just means when you look at that chain of command, I'm right there at the top. There you go. I'm also the president of the Interact Club here at our school, which we partner with our local Rotary Club, which they like to give us money, and I like money, so we get to go volunteer at places. Actually, a couple more things. I'm a president of an outside school club as well called Young Men's Service League, where we all come together and we all do service with our moms. That's actually a very big part. So it's not just building us and our leadership skills, but also letting us spend time with our family. So I appreciate that. Finally, one more thing is I'm going to be the incoming student council vice president for the next year, so
whoop.
I'm pretty excited for that. Somehow I made it. They liked me enough. So
the scores came in. Miles' name was called, and I said yes. And let me tell you guys something about Miles. I've known him for a few years, but this is his first year of being my student. And as my student, I've grown to just grown fond of this young man. I'll tell you this: his leadership has just showed up even with his peers. A few months ago, we do what we call a warm-up survey, and the warm-up survey asks, who is a leader that you look up to? And at least about 6 of his peers said Miles, and that just speaks volumes. Such a great young brother. I see him help people that, what we call the least of them. He just helps so many people. He's so mannerable. And so this young man is definitely going places, and he's already there. All of these young people are going places. So I'm just so excited that they took the time out to be with little old me, their teacher here at the school. And then check this out. It's going into the weekend, so they're still here after school. So that speaks a lot of volume. And so we're going to go ahead and get moving. So this question is just for anybody. You guys can just just answer this question. The first question I will ask you is this. Who are your role models? Because each of you are leading in your own way. You can give us more than one role model. Who are some role models that you guys look up to or that you all follow as teen leaders?
You ladies want to answer first?
See, he's such a gentleman. Look at that.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah. You got one?
All right.
You go first.
Okay. So my role models are my parents, my mom and dad. And the way that they are my role models is that my mom, she always says this, that there is always time for everything. So, yeah, I just really like that.
That's good. I think that's good. Parents are amazing role models. And I think Dee wants something. That's why she said that. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. All right, anybody else want to answer that question?
All right, I'll answer this question. So, okay, so one of the role models that actually is like near and dear to my heart, and he's actually leaving next year, it's my coach, Gunnery Sergeant Brownlow. He actually got me into the sport of marksmanship. just when he came here, he taught me how to be such a great leader towards my team. So now that he's leaving me to do, his dirty work, but it's okay. He's leaving me to do his dirty work, but it's all right because, he has able to like help me be a more better leader towards my team members and everything, and just really love the sport because like now with this sport I'm going to like want to do it more in my career. So yeah, I even want to do it in college. So yeah, he's been a great inspiration to me.
Let me tell y'all this, he's been such a great inspiration to her that during Halloween they were able to dress as anybody, and she actually dressed like him, y'all. She had he has a bald head, and so she taped her hair down and she wore his clothes. I think you had tattoos like him as well.
Yes, I did a full like bald cap, and it was too small, so I taped it around my head and to make sure to cover each and every inch of my hair, and then I put a little bit of tattoos too.
Yeah.
So yeah, he inspired me a lot, not just from shooting, but just to even go into service as well.
Yeah.
Because he was in service, so now I want to go follow in his footsteps as well.
Yeah. So we appreciate that. Yeah. So that's good. And it's important that these teenagers, and that's what we do here in leadership at just IL Texas. We talk, we do case studies and show them just different leaders and different role models that they can follow and that they can lead. And so you guys are already hearing. Look, I didn't tell them to say this. These are just people that they look up to, and so this is the future. The future is now. So I'm just so proud again of these young people. So Miles, same question for you, young man. Who are some of your role models?
All right, thank you, Dr. Brown. I'm going to have to go with my parents, to be completely honest. I know it's a very typical answer, but my parents have influenced me a lot throughout my life. My father was a United States Marine. It's the reason I'm in this JHC program. My mother, even though she wasn't in the military, she still has me exemplify, and she exemplifies. My father exemplifies what service before yourself looks like, and they've always taught me that leadership starts from the top and makes its way down, so you have to set the example yourself. And they've always kept me on the straight road. Of course, there's been times where you stray off, right? You're kids, teenagers, right? You're growing, but they've always been quick to set me straight. So I appreciate them a lot for that.
Yeah, that's amazing, and what a great job they're doing. And thank your dad for his service. My dad served in the military; he was in the Navy, and so just thank your dad for the service that he's done. So thank you for sharing that, Miles. All right, Jesus.
All right, so where I'm leading or in music, I have so many role models that I really look up to. One of them really being also, again, my parents, like typical. They brought me into where I am right now. Ever since I was a little kid, they put music, and since I'm part of the Mexican culture, my Mexican side, it really brought so much more of more genres that I can do. Yeah. I'm focusing more on I would say alternatives though. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And some role models in music would be, I'm gonna name some artists if that's okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
The Spanish side, I'd be like Iván Cornejo. I really love him. His music is incredible, and especially he's barely growing, or not barely growing. He's already big, but he started off small and instantly blew up, and that just really inspires me the most. And on English side, I'd probably Kings of Leon, if y'all know who that is. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's some of my big role models there.
Okay, that's good. That I think everybody needs to have some type of role model that they look up to. And one day, young people, y'all will be somebody's role models if you're not already. So think about the impact that you can even make on other people's lives. And so with that being said, who's your favorite teacher? No, I'm joking.
I don't know if we can answer that without getting in trouble. So,
all right. So the next question would be, how would you describe your leadership style? So just the way you lead others, how would you describe, what is your leadership style? Is it, more laid back? Is it more hands-on? Is it more authoritarian? How would you describe your leadership style as a teenager? So think about that, just how you're leading your teams or how you're leading yourself. How would you describe your leadership style? And everybody will have to answer.
I'll say I'm pretty laid back. Mm-hmm. I'm just very chill. I like to give advices, just one-on-one conversations and just, I don't know, just be there for you, I guess.
Yeah, and I can definitely say that in Dee. Yeah, she does like to be there for people. She does. Some people I'm like, girl, don't be there for that person. But she just loves to be there for people. So that's good. That's good. That's and we need that as leaders, especially in the world and what we see today. People want to know that you care, and Dee is one of those leaders that show that she cares genuinely. All right. Anybody else want to answer that question? How would you describe your leadership style?
All right, so I kind of base my leadership style off of the people that I am inspired by. So, like, for example, my coach, he has a more laid-back style, and which is actually kind of surprising considering of how many years he's been in the military. And you would think that he was actually more authoritative, but the way he teaches us is not. He doesn't really teach us like he's our coach. He teaches us like we're family, and so that really that inspired me to have a more not just authoritative but more delegative leadership style of where I let everyone do their own part and be able to have their own piece. And I love the family aspect of it all. I do not treat them like they're my team members. I treat them like they're family, and we're all just one little unit. And I think that's what makes us really bond together. And I'm so ready for the new incoming freshmen, because then it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. Yeah, especially when he's not here. But I'll learn from his footsteps. Yeah, you will. And guess what? He's already made an impression on you. So, as you say, this family, a part of who he is in you. And I think that's amazing. And real quick, that's so important with leadership, just that relationship. I actually just had a podcast that went a few weeks ago. Leadership is relationship, and you're learning that. Y'all are learning that to lead people. You have to relate to them. And that's such a great point that you brought up, Adelaida. So thank you for sharing it.
So I've seen it myself, I've been more authoritative than anything. I like the way that I lead is either you do it my way or you're wrong. And, I'm still learning, of course, but that's the way that I was raised. And it's the way that my parents taught me how to be leaders. It's the way that they have led me in the past. Although I am becoming more empathetic, as people keep begging me to be. So I'm learning how to be more empathetic. I'm giving people, hey, you have to do this, but you can make it more fun along the way, right? Like instead of just running a mile, go play duck, duck, goose, right? Except run 3 laps around the school or something like that. I don't know. Yeah. Just something more fun. So definitely more authoritative, but I'm learning to be a little bit more, not relaxed, but hey, make it your own, right? Take what I give you, make it better. Yeah, that's good. That's good. And that's a good point, because as you continue to grow as a person, your leadership will begin to shift, and you'll know what type of leadership style you need to step into for whatever situation you're in. So yeah, I like to see that. Yeah.
All right. So I would think my leadership style would be more relaxed. I don't really like being upfront with people because I get scared. That would be my leadership style. Because or with this band that I have right now, I've known them since I was in kindergarten, and we've just made a connection so well that I didn't think I would need a leadership like that. So we all just communicate well, and I think that's just important about it, the communication.
Good. Yeah, that's good, because at the end of the day, if Jesus, if he doesn't want to say nothing to you, he's just going to sing to you. He's going to sing his demands and what it is that he wants. So, no, that's good. Thank you guys for sharing that. So, real quick, let's pivot real quick. Let's pivot before we get into this next question. What has been, I don't know what word y'all will use, but what has been the most funniest part about you leading? Think about a funny memory that you can share, because I always say it, a funny memory of you leading in your organization. It could be, don't call no names, but something funny that has happened as you have led in your organizations, or even as you have led yourself. So think about something that has been funny as you've led people. Yeah, I got something.
It's me, I see.
Yeah.
The first one that came to mind was when I went for a friend's soccer game, and Dr. Brown was also there. and the parents or the people that came to watch the game were really quiet, and the girls that were playing the soccer, the game, they weren't playing properly, and it kind of pissed me off. So I was like, okay, you know what, guys, let's encourage them. So like, scream like, let's go Eagles, let's go. And it was just me and my friends and just Dr. Brown doing it. So I just found that funny because like it was just us, and like we didn't really care what people thought.
Yeah. She led that initiative. She's like, let's go Eagles. And I'm like, I'm looking around because the way our stadium is set up, everybody has to sit on the same side. I'm like, oh, I hope the opposite team don't be looking at us or nothing. But she did lead that initiative. That was funny because she was trying to encourage them, and that's what leaders do. And so she just pulled that up and it's like, hey, let's go Eagles. And I'm up there, let's go, clapping and everything like that. So thank you for sharing that, Dee. Funniest moment, Mrs. Ortega?
Oh man, there has been so many funny moments. Oh my gosh, especially since we're like a whole little family.
Yeah.
There's been so many crazy things. I don't even know. I have to think about that for a bit. Yeah. Oh gosh. I think recently, actually just yesterday. So we're preparing to teach for the incoming freshmen, so especially since we won't have like an official coach to teach us, he's leaving us with everything that we have in our little noggins here. Mm-hmm. So man, we've been teaching a lot of cadets who, especially ones who don't really know that much about marksmanship, so that we can get more prepared for people who come in and try out. This one over here, actually.
Miles.
I had the opportunity of teaching him how to shoot the other day.
If I can add to that real quick.
Yeah.
It wasn't pretty.
Yeah. It never is pretty.
No, and it probably won't ever be pretty. That's why I'm a drill kid instead of a marksmanship kid.
Yeah, so people who usually go into that not knowing what the heck air rifle is and all that, it's kind of hard to teach them. You have to have a lot of patience. And what was funny about it is just that you think that you can be like, oh yeah, since I've known this sport for so long, I can teach somebody, but man, I could not teach for the life of me. I'm just like, I just do this and I just go with the flow. But when I have to teach somebody about the fundamentals and the lingo and all that, it's a little bit frustrating. So yeah, it was pretty funny. Yeah, because it was the flashbacks. Yeah, especially with this one over here. Yeah.
No comment.
No comment. Yeah. So, and especially when you're teaching a lot of other people at the same time, because there was a bunch of people in the range wanting to shoot and all that, and it was an experience. I love that.
That's funny. Hey, look, she earlier we talking about which emoji would describe your mood right now. She's the sweaty emoji now, right? When you was teaching them those things.
Oh yes, because especially just learning how to teach them, it's like learning the whole sport again. I'm just like, oh no, you forget everything. Everything.
Yeah, the leader becomes the coach. Wow, that's amazing. Thank you for sharing that.
So, what was the question one more time?
Yeah, the question is, what has been the funniest moment for you in leading others, or maybe a blooper, or something like that has occurred in your leadership?
Okay, gotcha. Sorry, I got the memory of a goldfish over here. So something funny that's happened in my leadership is I like to mentor. I'm very big on mentorship and leading the next generation, specifically in MCJRGC, just because you're only in here for 4 years. You don't have that long, so you have to train the next people so they can continue to make the program better. Well, there's this kid, very big ego. I like going for the kids with the big egos because, like me, I also have a very big ego. Yeah. So I've learned that making fun of yourself is sometimes the best way to know, I got to humble myself a little bit. Yeah. So this kid, we're doing a LRC, which is called the Leadership Reaction Course. It's like an obstacle course with challenges. So he's going, he does his 20 push-ups. He gets up, he goes to jump over like a, 4-foot wall, something like that. Mm-hmm. He pushes up, arms, they fail him, falls forward, boom, right on the ground. Ooh. And he's rolling around. He's like, oh my goodness, I knocked the wind out of him. So he stands up and he finishes the little obstacle course, and someone was videoing it, so I was like, send me that video, I need it. So Now every time he gets a big head, I like to show him that video just to say, hey, we're all human. We all make mistakes.
There you go. Humble him,
Humble
right?
yourself. Yep.
That was good. Hey, he's going to tell us the name of the kid when we get off air. So, no. All right, what about you, Jesus? What has been the funniest thing for you in leading?
Yeah, a funny moment or like a blooper, like I said, would be actually getting my band members on board with the song that they didn't see a vision for. So yeah, it was one day where we all got frustrated. We all like couldn't like actually get our thoughts straight, and they two of the band members went to go to main event while me and the other person stayed at my house, and we just kept recording. I told him, why don't we take a break from this song and actually go to a different song? And he thought I was like kind of crazy because he didn't want to stop producing that song.
Yeah.
But we ended up doing it. I ended up persuading him, and that song to me is actually my personal favorite, and they actually really liked it too. So
yeah,
that was a pretty funny moment for me.
That's good. I like that. I like that, and that's what we do as leaders. We have funny moments, and all these are my students, and I know we have quite few funny moments in my class, and you know, and leadership again is just about their relationship. And as you hear these young people speak, they're talking about those relationships and they're talking about these things. And so I do have 2 questions. So it's for you guys. So you choose which question you want to answer. So now I'm doing a 2-step process right now. All right. So the first question is, what has been the hardest part of leading teams for you or leading yourself? Okay. The second question is, what would you say to a younger person that is looking to lead in an organization? So those are the 2 questions. I'll say it again. That's the teacher in me. What has been the hardest part for you as it relates to leading in your experience? And what is something you would tell a younger person that's looking to lead, just based on your personal experience? And you can choose whichever question you want. They're giving it to the
wait. I haven't even thought about it yet. Hey, Miles.
Does somebody else have it? Okay.
Yeah.
So Miles got it. He's gonna take off for us.
All right, so I can kind of answer both of the questions if you don't mind.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just simple answer, but definitely the hardest thing that I faced trying to be a leader is courage. Because you don't just wake up one day and you're a fantastic leader. It takes practice, it takes work, just like any other skill. And for this younger generation or anyone who's trying to become a leader, you don't even have to be young. You can be old and try to become a leader. You can be like middle-aged, try to become a leader, right? You can be anyone. But becoming a leader takes work, it takes practice, and you're not just gonna get better overnight. And something that people need to learn, that if you want to be a leader, you kind of have to be confrontational, because you have to step up. You have to say, hey, something's wrong here. What's the problem? Let's fix it. What can I do to help you guys fix this issue?
Yeah.
So you got to learn that confrontation will always come with leadership. It is what it is, right? You're always going to have conflicting ideas with another person. It's how you approach that situation and how you fix the problem that's actually important. So for all the younger generations, or even anyone who's trying to learn how to become a leader, remember, you're not going to be good at it the first time. I wasn't, still maybe not as good, but practice, right? Always work at it. You'll get better in the end.
That's good. That's good advice. Always work at it, because we're continuously growing. I've been leading for years, and we're just continuously growing as we develop into becoming more of who we are. So good. I like when you said the confrontational part. You know, it's part of being a leader, and that's where those conflict resolution skills kick in. So thank you for sharing that, Miles. That's really good information. All right, so we got Jesus. Oh, you want to? Yeah, he's like, oh, okay. All right, so again, you can ask what's been the hardest part about leadership for you, even if it's leading yourself, or what is something you would share with a younger person that's looking to lead themselves.
The hardest part about being a leader, I guess, is having endurance and bearing. Because sometimes it can be hard to, like, especially lead kids your age, because sometimes they might feel like you're trying to be better than them in some way, and you just have to calm down and just think and just be in your own thoughts and just try to understand where they're coming from. And an advice would just probably, like, take things slow. Don't rush things. Just read them through. If you're being upset or mad, just take a deep breath. It's going to be okay.
That's good. That's good. And you brought up a great point, that because it is hard to lead your peers, you know, because it's like, oh man, you think you better, you think you this, and especially as you're trying to elevate yourself and those people are not at your same level, it is really hard. So that's a good lesson to learn right now. Thank you for sharing. Look at y'all. Look at these scholars, y'all. I love to hear it. All right, Adelaida, you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Finally ready. Okay, so I'm going to answer both questions.
Okay.
So I would say the hardest part of me just being in this position and just being a leader just is probably just knowing and learning over time that I am not always right. It is a hard thing to learn to take other people's opinions and to like put them into like your like while you're leading, you know, and to let other people take charge. So it's been a huge issue for me to know that, like, and to learn that I'm actually not always in the right, and I need to know when I am wrong. So like when I give someone advice, it might not always just go as planned for them. That's like good. Even the other day, like I gave this girl some advice while she was shooting, and she actually did not work well with it, and it's something that I personally work well with, and I'm just like, well, how do I help this person to find something that suits more for them and not just for me, because they are not me. And I have to put myself in other people's shoes and know that other people have different opinions, different biases, and different just a mindset. So I also have to adapt to that too. And something I would say to future leaders is that you are not a natural born leader. I'm going to tell you right here, right now, I am not a natural born leader, and I have never have been. I kind of was just put here on the spot with my whole leadership position, and I kind of just had to learn from there. Yeah. So I am going to tell you right here, right now, even though that you and everyone around you is not a natural born leader, but you can become a leader, and it is up to you to want to do that. It's up to you to make those decisions and to get out there and to, you know, develop your capabilities with just working a team. You know, it's okay to be a follower. It's like okay to follow other people. That's how I came to be in the position that I am now. I followed other people for most of my life until I was ready. Yeah. So you just need to know that even though you don't think that you're a leader right now, you absolutely can be. And yeah, it's just don't be afraid. Yeah. I know a lot of people are afraid. I was afraid until I was forced into it. You know, sometimes you just have to be forced into that environment. Be uncomfortable with the uncomfortable. That's good. And that's the whole thing in my sport, is that like what we do, each position, we have prone, kneeling, and standing. It's so uncomfortable to be in the position that we're in while we're shooting at the target, but that is how you get good shots, and you have to be comfortable with the uncomfortable. Yep, because leaders don't grow in comfort zones. Yeah, and leaders do hard things better. And so, you know, it's been such a great experience having you guys today. Before we leave, just real quick, 10 seconds. If y'all have any final words, just about anything, just something you may want to say, just something you want to share. If you don't have anything, that's fine, but just 10 seconds, just final thoughts as we get ready to wrap up this has been the greatest episode yet. No, final words if you guys want to just say anything final, real quick, 10 seconds. All right, any of y'all want to go first? I go for it. All right. Yeah.
Just remember, hard work puts out. The harder you work, the more you're going to get out of it. What you put in is what you get out. So put in all the hard work that you can, and you're going to see yourself getting your goal in maybe a month or two. Yeah. Right? Doesn't take that long.
That's good. He said a month or two. Hey, look, y'all better get it in a month or two. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. And like my mom says, there's time for everything. So focus on what's important and just go for it. Don't think about it. Just do it.
That's good. Good. Come on. Look at this. I'm so proud of y'all. All right.
All right, one thing I have to tell you is the hard truth. Not everything comes your way, so get off your butts and do something right here, right now. Yeah, that's something that JRTC teaches you too. You need to get off your butts and do the work. Not everything is gonna come your way. So that's just life. So do it.
That's so good. Hey guys, I want to thank y'all for an incredible episode. From the bottom of my heart, these are my students, so they know I'm genuine. I appreciate each of you for being here and y'all have just made me proud. Like, I'm just like, I'll probably go cry in the car, but just y'all really gave some great advice, some great things. And and people that are listening, I know we look at the generations and see some crazy stuff, but there are really people, as you hear these young people putting in the work, leading themselves and leading other people well. And so let's continue to encourage them. As I often say, especially when I was doing a lot of speaking engagements, as I often say, I say this: when you encourage a young person, you empower the future. And I stick by that. When you encourage a young person, you empower the future. Y'all, this has been the Leaders Coach Podcast with Dr. Shanita Brown. A phenomenal episode. You guys can follow us on Instagram at the Leaders Coach Pod, or you guys can go over to our Facebook page, the Leaders Coach Podcast. Guys, hit us up if you are liking this episode. If you felt this episode, go ahead and email us at leaderscoach@shanitaBrown.com. You guys can comment on this post and show these young people some love. These young people are doing phenomenal things, and I'm looking forward to seeing the things that they will continue to do in their future. Their future is bright. I'm not just saying that, but you see they have a great head on their shoulders. To their parents, thank you to the coaches and to everybody that has poured into these young people. Guys, this is what it's about. The Leaders Coach with Dr. Shanita Brown. Until the next episode, y'all be blessed. Stay up. See you later. This has been the Leaders Coach Podcast with Dr. Shanita Brown.